Hello guys and welcome to the channel. Today I wanted to discuss a theory on Rey's parents and her origins. The canon Ultimate Star Wars book revealed that Rey was never born on Jakku. This bit of information shuts down all those theories of Rey being cloned or being created in Palpatine's base on Jakku. However, there's also another theory about Rey's parents.
No.
What?
There is another.
What if Rey killed her parents? I know it sounds ridiculous and crazy, but let's look at the evidence that supports this. We already know that Rey is super strong with the Force, and when we see her in the flashback, she is quite emotional. The theory involves Rey shortly after this flashback crashing her parents' ship through the Force. Due to her emotional state, we can assume that she tapped into the dark side. We've even seen in canon the destructive nature of the dark side can grant a user. Now, I know that some of you must be thinking, how can you compare the likes of trained Force users and Rey as a kid? Well, I'm not saying Rey crashed the ship Force Unleashed style. But rather that she caused it to crash by breaking a small part of the ship through the Force, possibly part of the thrusters. She could have even influenced one of the pilots by either messing up with their controls or somehow mind controlling them from a far distance. Also, something to take note of is that after we see the parent ship, we see a flash of light from Starkiller Base engulf them. This could be symbolism that Rey's parents were killed, as for some in the Star Wars galaxy, that flash of light is the last thing they would see. Now, moving on to the fact that Rey obviously doesn't remember, it's quite simple. She suppressed it. It would have been quite a traumatic event to have your parents leave you and then die right in front of you. A child at that age would have suppressed the memory. Or it could simply be that she was blinded when she tapped into the power of the dark side. Also, it's doubtful that Unkar Plutt would have told her, as he possibly wanted to keep her obedient and as his scavenger. The theory also lines up partially with what Kylo said in The Last Jedi.
Do you want to know the truth about your parents? Or have you always known? And you just hidden it away? You know the truth. Say it. Say it.
They were nobody.
They were filthy junk traders who sold you off for drinking money. The dead in a pauper's grave in the Jakku desert.
Plus, whenever Rey's parents or powers are mentioned in the films, they almost always say it's always been inside and with you.
Dear child, I see your eyes. You already know the truth. The belonging you seek is not behind you, it is ahead.
The reason I quite like this theory is because it adds quite a bit of depth to a character. Imagine Rey realizing this truth in episode 9. It would make for some great character development as she comes to terms with her past and what she truly is. Also, something to take note of is when we first see Rey use her powers in episode 7 or episode 8, they tend to be related to the dark side. In episode 7, she used Kylo's own mind probe to get inside of his head.
You're afraid that you will never be as strong as Darth Vader.
In episode 8, she goes straight to the dark side when using the Force in front of Luke. We can also hear screams coming from this dark side place, but also this is where Rey goes to seek answers from. Maybe it's a coincidence, maybe not. We'll just have to wait and see. Well guys, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know by leaving a like. And if you want to see more Star Wars content, then please consider subscribing to the channel. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and see you soon.